architecture. At National Trail Raceway, where we're running the Budweiser Spring Nationals drag races, we have an interesting contrast in competition. Paul Page?
You know, NHRA national events are always exciting, but especially so here at this event, the Spring Nationals, owing to a very special event held a little bit earlier. Special for the sportsman crews like the Austin brothers and their Top Alcohol Funny. The event, the TRW Sportsman All-Stars Shootout. Now, to get into this event, in your individual division, the 7 geographic divisions of the NHRA, you competed against other sportsmen scoring points. And then you and the previous champion all come here. Now there's a runoff in the 8 sportsman categories. And on the line, prestige for driver, crew, and your geographic division, and a $50,000 purse.
And Paul, let's take a look at the final rounds as they occurred earlier today. First up was the Super Street Division. Now, this is designed for basically street legal type automobiles. The final saw a pair of Craig Miller in the near lane, Craig Porter in the far lane. Now, in Super Street, there's a performance limitation. The drivers cannot run quicker than 10.9 seconds. And at the finish line, it was Craig Miller in the blue car at 11.08 seconds to his opponent's 11.06. So off the starting line, Miller was quicker than his opponent, and that got him the victory in Super Street.
Super Street, a real driver's class. Craig Miller, 2 years in a row.
Yep, tell you what, it's real exciting to win. I tell you, especially since you can do it 2 years in a row.
And you pulled him off the line.
Did I? Oh, man. It's unbelievable. I just have to thank TRW, TCI, and NHRA for putting on this race for our sportsman racers.
Congratulations.
What more can you say? Thank you.
Next up was the final in Super Gas. The performance limitation here, 9.9 seconds.
And in this race, we saw Chuck Buckshorn in the near lane versus Mike Ferderer over in the far lane. Ferderer, a former world champion from the Northwest, Buckshorn representing the Midwest, and Ferderer came off the line a lot faster, got a good hole shot, but then it was power and speed as Buckshorn poured it on, and Buckshorn came across the line with a 994, 126 miles an hour to take the win.
Well, anybody will tell you that Super Gas is probably the toughest eliminator for a driver. And Chuck Buckshorn, you've done it. You've won the TRW All-Star.
I'm elated. I didn't think I could do it.
You know, normally you need the better reaction time. Actually, you gave away 100 to Mike.
Really? Yeah. I thought maybe I did when I left the starting line, but I wasn't sure.
And you play with the brakes a little bit and the throttle at the far end?
Just a little bit. Just enough. What did I go?
994 to his 997.
Love it.
Okay. Congratulations
Thanks,
again.
Steve.
Then came Super Comp. Edmund Richardson versus Jerry Thomas.
Now, these cars, custom built for drag racing. As you can see, the performance limitation here was 8.9 seconds. In the near lane, the little dragster powered by a Chevrolet engine of Jerry Thomas. In the far lane from Fort Worth, Texas, Edmund Richardson. And a big hole shot went to Edmund Richardson. Jerry Thomas, a little bit of sleep off the line, not a good glide at all. And that gave the car in the far lane, Edmund Richardson, just the cushion he needed to win it. At 8.99 to Thomas's much quicker, 8.91.
Well, here's Edmund Richardson, another winner, and that was a tight little run, too.
Yes, it was, sure was. I think we left, I think I had a little bit better light, so I think I pulled it off barely.
The sportsman run really means a great deal, doesn't it?
Yes, sure does. It feels real good, real good. That's what leads to running the big stuff.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Next up was Stock Eliminator. A little different situation. An index is established for each class in Stock Eliminator, and then the Christmas tree starting system provides the handicap for the car representing the slower class.
Alan Peters in the far lane leaves first, and then Gary Long gets his green light. Now, neither car can run faster than their own established index for their class. In this case, Alan Peters holds on to the lead given him and comes home the winner with a 12.78, 104 miles an hour. Alan Peters, the winner in stock.
Stock Eliminator cars in NHRA drag racing are the closest things you'll find to the hot rods that a lot of us drive on the street. And this beautiful Camaro of Alan Peters is so typical. But one way it's not typical. The third year in a row you've won this TRW race.
It's a tough race. It really is. Everybody goes all out for this race because this is all the division leaders from all over the country, and they show up here, and TRW just really does a great job sponsoring this race. And
why does one man named Alan Peters rule Stock Eliminator?
Well, I don't know about ruling. I try to just do the best I can and try to be as consistent and steady. But there's plenty of good guys out there, especially like Gary Long is a great driver. You know, top-notch.
A great reaction time, too. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Then came Super Stock, the cars with a little more height than the stock category, but the same indexing rules. In this round, we saw Robert Richardson face Delmer Wood.
Robert Richardson in the near lane got a huge handicap advantage on the Christmas tree, and he was closer to his green light than Delmer Wood was. So Robert Richardson, with 9/100ths of a second right off the starting line, was never seriously threatened in the final of Super Stock. The win went to Richardson at 1089, 109 miles per hour. Super Stock, a very competitive class.
Super Stock, another one of the real drivers class here in the sportsman categories, and the defending champion goes down to this man, Robert Richardson. You cut a real good light.
Thank you, sir.
Tell me about the run.
Well, I think it was a good run. Well, like before then, I had a 504, and I don't know what I had on that.
Not intimidating to look over and see the champ there.
That's right.
Well, you're the champ now.
I knew that, too.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Next up was the final in competition eliminator. It pitted a pair of former world champions. In the dragster car from California, that is Bill Meropoulos. He was up against, from Texas, David Nickens in the stock-bodied Oldsmobile in the far lane. The advantages, you might imagine, went to the car in the far lane. Interesting comparison of machinery here. Seemingly an uneven match, but you can see it comes out even in the far lane. That is Nickens, and he got the start early and all the way to the finish line. David Nickens coming home with the win in competition eliminator. Judging by the celebration on the starting line, David Nickens can expect to have a very happy crew when they get down here. This Oldsparenza has won it, beating the defending champion. David, congratulations.
Thank you very much. We're just tickled to death to win this race. The guys did a heck of a job. We changed motors for the finals. We thought we needed a little performance advantage because Bill won the race last year, and he's been real tough, and I think it worked out for us.
You know, why do you think we saw so many drivers who were in the finals a year ago back again when you consider there's thousands of racers in this program?
Well, this is truly the TRW All-Stars, and these guys are All-Stars when they come here. And Bill's a real tough performer, and he was here, and another couple of guys won it, and that's what these guys are All-Stars here, really.
Well, you burned him on the Christmas tree. He told me that.
Well, we've been doing a good job all day long, and this was our race. We wasn't going to give it to nobody.
Indeed not. Thank you.
You sure can tell the sportsman run very important to these competitors. In alcohol funny car, it's head-to-head racing. In the far lane, Don Gay Jr. faces Pat Austin. Don Gay Jr., just 16 years of age, and what poise he showed in the final round. They left right together. Pat Austin, who has been the terror of the alcohol funny car class, got there by an eyelash. In the near lane, winning it was Pat Austin at 6:49, 213 miles per hour, alcohol funny car champion. The A Funny car and some of the biggest engines in drag racing, and here's your sportsman champion for the A Funnies, Pat Austin, with one super race.
Thanks. It was great. To win this shootout, we went through the best cars in the country, and I'm just so happy.
A 6:49, your run to a 6:51.
What a race. I mean, been battling Don, you know, all year, and to go through Manzo and Anderson at the same race, I mean, this is half the race. We got another race tomorrow, and we're going to do the best we can. I'm real happy. Thank you very much.
Well, you can see this is hard work. I don't think that young man breathed for about 2 minutes there through the burnout. Then it was time for the fastest sportsman cars of them all, the alcohol dragsters. It was Dennis Lucas in the near lane and Bill Walsh, many-time world champion, on the far side. Two very tough competitors facing one another. This was the final round of eliminations in alcohol dragster in the sportsman shootout. Lucas got the whole shot on the near lane, but then Walsh pouring on the power with a 6:56, 204 miles an hour, came home the winner. Bill Walsh wins in alcohol dragster. Well, I don't have to tell anyone how happy the sponsor of this event will be with this particular winner and top alcohol dragster, Bill Walsh, the three-time world champion. You were off your game a little bit in qualifying.
Yes, we think we found the problem. We're still not up to par yet. But we're trying, you know, we keep on sneaking up on it. I don't know what I ran that time.
I can tell you, a 6:56, put away the number one qualifier.
What did he run?
No, he ran 6:70s.
Did he? Mm-hmm. Well, we're lucky. But I'm glad for TRW and Joe Amato and the rest of the crew. They really did a super job for me.
And all the sportsmen did a super job today. Some exciting close racing.
Oh, definitely. It's all close racing. And this is real competition here.
Well, there's a check waiting for you for $4,000. Congratulations.
Great. Thank you.
A great entertainment for the fans and great racing for the competitors in the 3rd annual TRW Sportsman All-Stars. As we take a look at the winners, it was also very important for regional titles. Indeed, Paul, in the winning team, NHRA Division number 4, the Southwestern United States, Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and around that area. Congratulations to that team and all of the individual champions in the 3rd annual TRW All-Stars.